hold on, get the camera to focus in. Hello everyone, welcome to stream. It's a baking stream. I didn't plan on doing a baking stream today, but I'm doing a baking stream today. Also, Clutch is here. Clutch, say hi. Clutch says hi to everyone, like Vashi. Hello, welcome back. Poisoned Alive, you too. Sapphire Rose, hello. What is that? Cop still. Hello. So I was not planning on doing a baking stream. I knew I wanted to stream today, but I didn't know what I was gonna do because I just finished playing all of the Life is Strange games. Like, all of the ones that are available. All 5 of them, and so I was gonna do some random video game, but I'm like, oh, I wish I could do a baking stream today, but I haven't gone grocery shopping, like, I don't know what to make, like, I don't have any plans, and so, like, an hour ago, I'm like, you know what, I kinda wanna make muffins. Like, it's been a while since I've made muffins, I need breakfast foods, I would like to eat breakfast foods. But also, again, it's been a really long time since I've been grocery shopping, and I need to do that tomorrow, so I'm gonna attempt to make muffins with just kind of what I have available to me in my kitchen. Like, I wanted to add fruit. The only fruit I have is frozen, except it's not really frozen anymore because I left it out on the counter for like an hour. And now it's kind of defrosted strawberries and bananas. I also randomly have chocolate chips. And I have one singular egg, so it's gonna be a very small amount of muffins. But I randomly wrote down my favorite vanilla cake recipe because, as we all know, let's say it all together, remember, if if it's a cupcake and it doesn't have frosting on top, it's a muffin, and technically it's a breakfast food. So, like, breakfast cake, heck yeah. I have a bowl and a mixer and homemade buttermilk that I made of just a cup of milk, well, half a cup of milk and half a tablespoon of vinegar. It smells like buttermilk. That is buttermilk. Okay, step 1, butter. I have this butter that's been sitting out for a long time. Hello? Never mind. I don't know if that was the floor creaking. I thought it was Mason. He's been screamy today. Ever since this morning. But oh god. The box literally falls apart. This butter has been just sitting out at room temperature. And when I say room temperature, I mean above room temperature because my kitchen gets so hot. This butter's almost liquid. A good time. Cupcake without frosting equals a muffin, and a muffin is equal to breakfast. Exactly. We got the math right. This is baking math. This is exactly what baking math is. And now I have butter all over my hands. I gotta do the little, like, wipe off of, like, the little thingies because stuff got on them. I need 68 grams of butter. I got my scale down here. Worth noting, breakfast foods can still have a glaze. Absolutely, that is true as well. So it's like a frosting, but it has to be a thinner frosting. It can't be like thick, but it has to be like powdered sugar that you just mixed with heavy cream. So it's basically just a liquid whipped cream. And then you just pour that on top. Beautiful, 10 out of 10. But I should use a spatula right away because I'm gonna try my best not to get a shit ton of dishes dirty because I did dishes. That's a lie. I did half of my dishes, and there's still a couple left in there because, again, every time I do my dishes, I do them because I'm making food. So, like, I'll be making dinner, and as dinner is cooking, I will be doing dishes. But the problem always is, I'll finish doing dishes, and then my dinner will be done, and I will have dishes because of my dinner, so then this cycle continues, and then there's just, my sink is never clean. My sink is never empty, and it's a sad time for all of us. Gotta love culinary loopholes. You're right. But anyway, what did I say? 68 grams of butter. Choink. And that's a good splatter noise. Wait, hold on, we gotta get the ASMR in there. Ready? I don't know if you heard that. I hope you did. One more. A little more. Literally just a little scrape. Alright. Get the mic out of here so I don't get butter all over it. There's still probably gonna be butter all over it. It's fine. We got butter. We also need sugar. I'm just gonna scrape the rest of that in there. Yeah. And this over here to melt next to the oven. My oven is preheating, by the way. To what? I don't know. Let's go with 350. I don't know. I still can't read the numbers on my oven because they're so faded and wiped off. So whatever temperature I say, there's like a 80% possibility that that's not actually the temperature the oven's gonna be. But we need sugar. 140 some grams. I didn't actually look at the precise number before I walked away. Alright, 146 grams. Gotta tear out the scale. Shake, shake, shake. Got that. And then also 30 grams of brown sugar for funsies. Also, thank you, Sapphire. I appreciate you. 30 grams. I'm just going hands in. I feel like I should take off my rings. But also, oh, I forgot to scale. No, shut up. Shut up. Just shut up. I keep forgetting that I can like take off. Well, not take off, but kind of pull out the little scaly part of the scale. You guys know what I'm talking about. Alright, 30 grams. Just a little sprinkle. 30 grams. Alright. Then we're gonna mix this up, cream it all together, and in the meantime, get the liquids ready for liquidy things. Flip this up. It's been a while since I've used my mixer, because I feel like every time I use it, there's no reason for me to be using this. I'm like, I can do this with my hands unless I'm like heavily whipping something. But if I'm making like cake or like, I don't know, just batters in general or doughs, I'm like, oh, I can do this with my hands because the bowl is just gonna be very large and dirty in my sink, and I don't want to have to clean it because I know I'm gonna put it in there, and then my dishes, the sink's just gonna look so full with a singular bowl in there that I'm not gonna want to have to do the dishes. My life's hard, man. Alright, anyway, after this, we're gonna add the singular egg that I have. Technically, I should add 2, but again, I only have the 1. And it's not even expired. It's so good. Literally 1 egg, but to be fair, it's a very big egg. Hold on, let me do the beauty guru influencer, like the, you guys see the egg? Beautiful. Alright, so I'm gonna add that once this is all creamed together, but let me, look at this smug supervisor back there. That's absolutely what he is. He's a manager. He's just watching me do all the work, and he's sitting back there, and he's like, nah, I gotta do paperwork in the office. He's just watching me work. Alright, so this is all creamed together. I'm gonna add the 1 egg, but let me grab a different container to put all liquidy stuff in. Sure. My random Tupperware container cabinet cupboard up there. It's horrifying. It's a goddamn nightmare. Plotting shenanigans? Absolutely. Alright, okay. I'm just gonna crack the egg in here and add the egg. I think that was a double yolk, but I broke the double yolk. This was the one that I got like, what, 2? 3 double yolks from the carton? Also, hello, Mrs. King. Loving the outfit today? Thank you. I also love it. I just love this like overcoat. It's like very, I don't know. It feels witchy. How tall am I? I'm 5'7", I believe. Oh. Seems about right, yeah. More attempts at causing small car accidents? Absolutely. I went to Target today and got a phone case to finally fit my phone. Oh my god, it was... I don't know why Target only had... Hold on, I still need this. Target only had one available option for my phone. Like one case. One singular case. Alright. That's all good and fun. In the meantime, I need buttermilk. 65 grams. I have my homemade buttermilk here that I made an hour ago. Oh no. I hope I made enough. I didn't actually... Yeah, no, I definitely made enough. It just... milk. It smells vinegary. It's a good time for everyone involved. Now I have extra buttermilk. Do I know what I'm gonna do with this? No. No. That is not a fun smell. Alright. And I also need oil because I stole this recipe from my old work and I don't technically really understand why I have butter and oil. I don't know why I add both, but it's fucking delicious and I love this recipe so much. So, I don't know. I'm gonna add how much oil? I don't even remember. At my old job, we used rice bran oil. I don't have rice bran oil, so I don't know what oil I would replace it with. I mean, I have vegetable oil, but that's no fun. That's not fancy. That's not bougie. So I'm gonna add this extra virgin olive oil because I have a very small amount left. I don't know if you can see. It's like right there. But I only need 38 grams anyway. Yoink. Yoink. Okay, that's a lot more than I thought, in all honesty. 29. What did I say, 38? Oh, that's a lot. That's that much. Yeah, that much. Alright, I also want vanilla. I'm using the good kind of vanilla because I can. I'm bougie and fancy like that. It says 4 grams. 5 grams. I'm just gonna add as much as I can pour out. Or maybe a little more. I thought that would be 5 grams. Or more. This is fancy vanilla though, and I don't want to use up all of it for muffins. I know it's the most important meal of the day, but like that doesn't mean it needs the most important vanilla I have. Alright. Vanilla. Yeah, so this is all of the liquid, so I'm gonna add that slowly. I'm actually gonna add the dries and the liquids, kind of like incorporate both of them, so I'm gonna also measure out the dry ingredients. Can make a smaller version of the ice cream cake I made before on TikTok. Tempting! I actually do have a plan for my next baking stream, because this was not planned at all. I randomly decided an hour ago that I wanted to make muffins, and I'm like, yeah, let's make it into a live stream. But when I first came to Chicago, I came here to tour culinary schools. And when I first went to my culinary school, and when you go and tour culinary schools, they obviously have like a bunch of food that the students make, and they're like, oh my god, you can learn how to make this too. And so they're showing off all of this like bougie fancy stuff. And one of the things that I tried, and one of the things that my mom tried and absolutely fell in love with, and still talks about, like 7 years later, like she still thinks about this. It's been 7 years. It was a carrot sorbet with like a basil sugar on top. And so I kind of want to try to make that because, again, it's been 7 years and my mom still talks about it. And I still think about it on occasion. So now I think it would be really easy because I have the ice cream maker. I just blend a shit ton of carrots and I can make a carrot sorbet. So it sounds bougie, it sounds fancy, it sounds refreshing as fuck. So that's what I'm going to be making next, after the muffins, obviously. However I get through this. I don't even know if this is going to work, because I don't technically have enough eggs. I'm adding mushy-ass frozen fruit. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Alright, on to the dry ingredients. Need flour, 144 grams. Grab my flour over here. Yoink. Also recipe, add 1 blorp of vanilla extract. That is exactly the measurement You know, we have a pinch, you have a dash, you have a blorp, you have a plop. Alright, 144 grams of flour. Shake, shake, shake. Beautiful. I also need a baking powder. 4 grams of that. Which is on the other side of my kitchen. I don't know why I keep all of my, like, sugars and flour over there when I just have to run back and forth in the kitchen. Honestly, it's just reminiscent of, like, my old kitchen days of working in restaurants. I miss it, so I force myself to run back and forth between my kitchen to make my life harder on myself, because baking in my own kitchen is too easy. I gotta give myself a challenge. Baking, did I say powder or soda? Baking powder. I'm not gonna zero it out because I don't think I'll be able to measure out 4 grams without having the flour down there. So I just gotta bring it up a little bit like that. That much. Heck yeah. And some salt. Do I know where my salt is? I actually do. Shockingly enough, I know where my salt is. I speak words. That's so good. Mom used to make brownies with cream cheese, raspberry. Ooh. Dude, that sounds so good. Now I want brownie cheesecake bites. So good. Okay, let's get back into this. So, right now in here I have the butter and the sugar and the eggs, and I have the liquids here. I'm just gonna add a little bit of the liquids. I'm actually gonna add like half of it. And then I'm gonna turn it down a little bit and add half of the flour. Just kind of split it in half, get like a good mix. So it's not struggling to, it's not like too liquidy if you add all of the liquid right away, and it's not too dry if you just add all of the dries right away. I don't know. I'm fucking around, finding out. Scrape down the sides so it doesn't get chunky and weird. Not that chunky and weird is bad. Maybe in cakes. Okay. And then add the rest of the dries. Get that nice and mixed up. And then the rest of the liquids. And that is cake batter. Actually, I gotta scrape the rest of this out. But chunky and weird should be my nickname. I was gonna say, it's fine for people, but I feel like I shouldn't. I don't like the word chunky to describe a human being. Alright, there we go. Get all of the good vanilla in there because we can't waste any because it's way too expensive. There we go. Alright, keep that to the side for now. Still making more dishes. Actually, hold on, let me scrape down the sides too. Get that all in there. Scrape down the paddle. It smells so good. It smells like vanilla, but also the alcohol in vanilla. Alright, so I also want to add other things, so I mean, this is all I have left chocolate chip-wise in here. Like, that's all I have in this bag. So that's not a whole lot. So I think it'll be a good amount to add. Let me do that. Makes all of our food snacks by hand. Always covered in dishes and needs cleaning. My life. My life. Like, I'm not gonna show you my dishes right now because they're sad and it makes me sad. But I have dishes. Alright, Clutch, what do you want? You're doing so well over here. I'm so glad that you're participating in this, but I don't care about the rest of the chocolate in there. I think, because I have actually like enough chocolate in there to do stuff with. I'm just kind of getting rid of stuff that I can right now. Like, for example, the weird, sad frozen fruit that is no longer frozen that I have. I'm gonna fold some of that in. But this is all mixed up. It's like a good batter consistency. Oh god, look at that! Beautiful. Alright. Scrape this off. Get all the goodness. There we go. Heck yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. I have a problem. You saw nothing. Alright. Chocolate chips. In there. Fold them in. I don't think there's gonna be, like, a chocolate chip in every muffin. But there are gonna be chocolate chips in some muffins. And it's also serious time. Gotta take off the rings. Grab a handful of fruit. It's so wet and squishy. I got some strawberries. There's a banana. There's another squishy, sad slice of banana. Here's just a handful of banana. You guys want a handful of banana? I don't want to add all of it because I feel like that's too much fruit and it's very wet. So I feel like the moisture content is going to be bad, but also I didn't add a whole lot of eggs, so I'm hoping it's going to like balance it out. Where I've heard things where if you're missing eggs, you can add banana to it and it'll do something. I don't know. They didn't teach me that in culinary school. That's just something I randomly saw on the internet. And you know the internet, you can't lie on there. It's illegal. Everything that you have to say on the internet has to be true. No, I don't know. No, I got nothing. Alright. Folding in the fruit. We got strawberries in here now. And some bananas. There's not a whole lot. I was gonna use this scoop, but I feel like this might be too big. First of all, let me... Do I want to butter these, or do I just want to spray them? Because I feel like I do have Pam spray. I'm just going to spray the shit out of them. What happened to your fruit? It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm just going to... There's not a lot left in here, and I'm going to end up throwing it away. Just because it is like the very bottom of the bag. And at this point, it's just mushy banana. Pan lube, absolutely. Oh. I'm gonna have grow up and get baker's lung. It's a medical condition that I'm deciding that I have. It's where you just inhale a shit ton of Pam spray and like flour and it just coats your lungs. And so you just end up having like this weird doughy mixture inside your lungs. It's a great time. Alright. I have other scoops. And I think this is probably a better scoop size. Because I at least want a scoop, one of each in there. So let me do one scoop there. Oh yeah, I'll definitely have enough if I do this size. I might be able to add a little more in to each one. But I don't want them like overflowing. I feel like all the chocolate chips like sank to the bottom and I have to like scrape the bottom to get them. I also feel like I didn't add any extras into that one, so I might have to do that. Another scoop. Another scoop. Alright, and that is all of them filled. There's a little bit left, so I just want to Add some of the little extras. There's a little bit of banana there, a little bit of chocolate chip. The fucking bowl scraping sound is not the best thing, but I'll take it. It's fine for now. Ugh. I got a rubber spatula. What am I doing? We don't need scraping noises. To be fair, though, I have been getting over my fear of tinfoil. Which is a weird sentence to say if you don't know about my fear of tinfoil, but I hate tinfoil so much. Like, I don't know, it's like a sensory thing of just like, I don't know, every time I think of tinfoil, I just imagine like biting down on a ball of it, and it's just, but I've been making these like dinner things, and a lot of the times, it's like these dinner kits, so it gives you like everything that you need to make the food. But yeah, so it's always like, cover it in tinfoil, and I'm like, I know it's gonna be better, it's gonna be crispier, and I'm going to enjoy the dinner more if I cover it in tinfoil, but I don't want to touch it. It's gonna scrape in the oven, and I hate it. Anyway. Same thing with chalk on a chalkboard. Oh yeah, everyone has their weird little like sensory thing where it's just like, if I think about this, I'm gonna cringe, and if I see it, I'm gonna hate it. I hate it. Middle eating utensils, that too. If you give me, like this is a big thing that, like, I also experience. Hold on, let me put these in the oven. Hey, look at that. Muffins. That's so cool. Putting them in the oven now. But yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Something that I've experienced a lot in, like, baking is that, like, people will eat out of, like, pie tins, but if I eat like out of a metal container with a metal utensil, I will be able to taste the metal of the utensil. Oh, this is just like it's making my mouth water right now, and like I'm physically uncomfortable about it. But if the thing that I'm eating off of is metal, I refuse to eat it with a metal like utensil, because then I'll be able to taste the metal of How I feel about styrofoam. I get that. A lot of people hate styrofoam too. It's hot in here, but it's also not as bad as it has been. Also, I should start a timer. I made muffins in 30 minutes. That's impressive. Did I say is I used to like multitask like 5 different things at a time. Hate that metallic taste, dude. It's so bad. It's so bad. Alright. It's probably gonna take like 20 minutes, so I'm setting a timer for 20 minutes. Did the Tamagotchis die? Dude, no, hold on. I gotta... Hold on. Wasn't my fault this time. The actual machine died. Like, it's telling me, like, it's out of batteries. Like, the actual, like, Tamagotchi, like, system. And it's so upsetting because it was, like, the Tamagotchi didn't die. Like, the whole thing died. Like, I wasn't a bad parent, I promise. I usually am, and I will fully admit it when I am. But this time it wasn't me. Anyway, let me go put this sad, like, very moist box away. Back on top of my fridge you go. See, now, I also don't know if you noticed, but I just have eyelashes on my water bottle. That's fine. But I could use this opportunity to do my dishes. I don't want to. I'll put away dishes. That's something. That's something I can do. Hold on, I'm trying to adjust the camera. You don't need to see the workspace anymore because I'm done working. Put googly eyes on everything. I just need to buy googly eyes. Oh god. Hold on. I gotta go get Mason. I don't even know where he is. I cannot find him. He's here. I found him. He's like, I'm not going in the kitchen though. It's hot as shit in there. Yeah. He's like, the oven's on. There isn't an air conditioner. Mason's here. Would you like to, I don't know, lick the butter off of the counter that I just baked on? No? He's like, it's hot in here. I don't want to be here. That's so fair. He's like, I woke up from a nap for this? I would also be pissed. I'm so sorry. You made Mason wake up from his nap. How dare you guys? So, so selfish. God. He doesn't need a nap. He sleeps so much. And it's fine. He'll... Apparently it's not fine. He has a lot of words to say about it. Excuse me, ma'am. I did not sign up to be awoken for the amusement of your Twitch friends. Absolutely. That's... He screamed. For why? We'll never know. Alright. I didn't use this. So I can put this away. Welcome to the cleaning portion of the stream where I clean. It was really good. And it was like good bit of banana in there. And it's still good banana. I mean, it still tastes good, even though it's kind of sad and mushy. Alright, stop. In the meantime, anyway, I'm gonna start putting my other dishes away, so it'll give me the motivation to do the dishes in the sink, because the dishes that are clean in the dish rack are gonna be gone and put away, and give me motivation to transfer the dishes that I caused making the muffins into the sink, and then the ones that are in the sink are gonna go into, it's a whole system. Yeah, system. How to make a milk cake? I'm not entirely sure what a milk cake is. Are we talking like a tres leche cake? Because that would be a milk cake, wouldn't it? Kind of? I don't know. Cleaning streams, another site. No. No cleaning is done there. It's all dirty. Alright. We got random water bottle that I'm not entirely sure actually fits in here. I think I actually have to fully screw it in. Never mind. It's just going in sideways. You can tell I truly care about the organization of this kitchen. Alright. Yeah, sure. Put that down there. Got a frying pan. I've better just intrusive thought wins and just baseball bat my camera across my kitchen with the frying pan. I'll tangle this bitch. Recently seen TikTok from back in the day. What happened? I don't know. A milk cake? I have no idea what it is then. I got nothing. There's some weird stuff. There's, I don't know, baked goods of all weird natures. Got a cutting board. Joint, as you just hear things breaking. It's fine, they're not breaking, they're just breaking a little bit. The jiggly Japanese cakes, I thought those were like water drop cakes. I mean, I don't know if, that's obviously not like the official name of them. But I don't know what the official name of them is, but I also can assure you that the official name of them also isn't milk cakes. So I have no idea. I don't know as many like desserts as I probably should, because the Japanese cheesecake, like the really fluffy cheesecakes, those are good. But I'm starting to realize that I don't know as many baked goods as maybe I should, because I started watching this show that what is it? It's on Hulu. It's called Crime Scene Kitchen. It's where a bunch of bakers go in to a kitchen and someone makes something in the kitchen, and then they have to guess what was made in the kitchen based off of like the remnants of like what was cleaned and like what was used. And it's so cool. It's such a cool like show idea, and like such a cool idea, like concept. It's such a good show. But, like, I'm watching it, and, like, the first couple episodes, I'm like, oh, yeah, absolutely, it's this. I'm getting them all right, and, like, I completely understand. And then, like, halfway through the season, I'm like, do I know baked goods? Am I confident that I know these things? Because people are saying things that I have no idea what they're talking about. Or, like, I've made maybe once before in my life, where they're like, oh yeah, soccer tort. I'm like, I have a vague memory of what that is. I feel there's strawberries involved. I could not tell you anything else. There's just all these like fancy bougie desserts where it's like, I don't know, someone in like the 18th century made a dessert and then decided to name it after themselves, except they were a French fucking chef. So now I just have to learn a bunch of names of French chefs and their torts. I don't care about an opera tort. That one I think was just for the opera, and there was no one named opera that made the tort. I still have petty issues over that. It's a good dessert. But like that was one of like the fancy bougie desserts that they would put on that show and be like, oh yeah, it's just, you could tell from the coffee pot or some shit. I don't know. They got way too into it. If you haven't watched it before, I 100% recommend you do so. This is a very good show. And you learn baking stuff. And it's a baking show that's actually for baking professionals, which I feel like isn't very common. Like, I feel like a lot of cooking shows, it's like, these are the best of the best. And they're competing for the opportunity to be the best of the best. And then every baking show is like, hey, these are some home bakers that find this to be a fun hobby. Like, this dude's a banker, but he bakes cakes on his weekend, and he's gonna compete for $100 million. I'm like, I want $100 million. But I want to use that money to pay for culinary school, because I got the degree in baking and pastry, ergo I'm a professional, and I can't go on the show, but I also deserve the money. Throwing that out there. Or at least all the fun baking shows, where there's like some professional baking shows, but they're boring. They're basic. They're bitches. Alright, how much longer the muffins got? I got like 10-ish minutes. What did I put it in for? 20 minutes? How you doing? They're getting brown on the outside. They're puffing up on the center. Some of them are sinking in. And when I say some, I mean one. There is one that's sunken right now, but hopefully they'll be fine. The rest of them seem fine. That one probably just got a little too wet, and there's like a good chunk of banana just sunk to the bottom. Cheese danishes, cinnamon braids, dude. Pastries are so good. Like the breakfast pastries. I had a breakfast pastry class, and oh my god, I missed that class so much, because every morning, you know, you would have breakfast, but it would just be like, I do miss culinary school breakfast so much, where you just, there was always an omelet station, and like the baking and pastry people always had baked goods, so there was always like cheese danishes, and there were like a bunch of different danishes, and like there was always cinnamon rolls, and like, oh my god, I miss culinary school food. Only because I just didn't have to make it. That was like the big thing. This is like, I miss not having to cook for myself. That's really it. Alright, mugs. Yoink. That goes in there. Deli lids. Friend of mine from high school, pastry chef, private yacht, it's always somewhere new. It sounds exciting, but it also sounds horrifying. Like, I think it would be so much fun to be, like, a private chef and, like, follow a bunch of people around, like, fucking, like, rich-ass bitches that don't cook for themselves. Or, like, I follow a bunch of, like, private chefs on TikTok because I think it's so cool to see their day-to-day. But also, I know I could do it. Would I want to? Probably not. Because, again, like, I do enjoy more baking and pastry than anything else. Like, I enjoy cooking, but if I didn't have to do it to survive, I definitely wouldn't do it as much as I do. Like, it's not like I'm so excited to, like, make food tonight. It's like, God, fuck, I gotta make food tonight, otherwise I'm gonna starve. And, like, that's not an option that's acceptable, so I have to make myself food, or I have to, like, somehow provide myself food. It's so rude that we just have to eat 3 meals a day and just, like, keep that up for, like, I don't know, the rest of your life. That's disgusting. Which is why I'm making muffins, because I'm sick of trying to figure out what to make in the morning. I don't want to have to make decisions on what to eat the first thing I do when I wake up. Disgusting. I'm gonna pop a muffin in my mouth. I'm also gonna eat the rest of this batter. 4 hours in the morning. Hide on the ship the rest of the day? Yeah, no, that sounds awful. Just having to hide, like, your general existence because you're, like, the help. Disgusting. It could never be me. I don't want it to be. No, Crime Scene Kitchen is one of them that does have professional bakers. I feel like every other baking show, though, is, like, amateurs. A Crime Scene Kitchen is one of the ones. It is professionals. So should I go on? No. Absolutely not. I know I would cry on national television. And that sounds disgusting. Because I always thought it would be so fun to, like, be on one of these, like, baking shows. Or, like, one of these reality shows. And I feel like I would be able to do it just based off of, like, the finals that I used to have in culinary school. Felt very similar to, like, how a cooking show would be. Where it's like, it's your final. Like, you got 6 hours to make 6 chocolate tarts, a pan of cinnamon rolls, and, like, whatever else. Like, that was one of my finals, where you have to make this, 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 and this in the span of 6 hours. And, like, that was it. Like, and then all of a sudden, like, you finish and you present it to a panel of judges, which are, you know, your teachers, and they taste it, and they give you a score. They give you a grade. So, like, my entire experience of culinary school felt like a fucking reality competition show. And it's stressful as fuck, and knowing that, like, I don't know, there's so much on the line, it would just, I feel like it would break me. Would I love to go on one day? Absolutely, but I feel like mentally I don't think I would be able to do it. Kitchen Impossible, just, I don't know. He just loses it. Dude, I don't know. One of my old coworkers is supposed to be on, I don't even remember what Gordon Ramsay show it's supposed to be, but one of the cooking shows. I'm super excited to see that. And so, hello, Bane. Welcome. My muffins technically got like 3 minutes, and then I'll check them. But I also don't want to pull them out just in case they sink down. They just schloop. That's the technical term for it. The baking technical term is schloop. when a cupcake and or muffin sinks in the center, it's a schloop. No, I will not be spelling it for you. Alright, finish up putting the dishes away because we're almost there. And this cup. And cutting board. Smacked. And away my clean dishes. With 2 minutes to spare. Not enough time to start the dirty dishes. So I will not be doing that. You can't make me. At least take us to dinner before you get that kind of abuse. I'm making you muffins. That doesn't excuse abuse at all in the slightest. I don't know why I'm trying to make it that way. But, no. Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna pull them out, because I also got some toothpicks here, so I'm gonna do a little stabby stab. Get my other mitt clutch. Why are you guarding the oven mitts? Do you want me to burn myself? You hear that? He wants me to burn myself. Little prick. Alright. Ooh. Ignore the burnt Pam spray on top. Look. They're golden, they're crispy. I feel like I don't even need to stab them because they're done. Like, they're crispy on the outside. I just stab the biggest one. Yeah, it's a clean. And that's clean. Yep, we're done. We made muffins. In literally 50 minutes. I'm proud. You think cooking is hard? Baking's hard? It takes too long? I made muffins in less than an hour. I can't eat them yet, which is very upsetting, but hold on, I have a cooling rack. But Phil, you got me, right? And you're here. Hello, Phil. Welcome. He's always been so violent. I've always been this violent. Went to culinary school. Food and abuse go hand in hand. I've seen The Bear. No, I haven't, actually. I really need to. Is there abuse in The Bear? I just kind of assume that there is. It's just being realistic to the culinary industry. Alright, let me pull up cooling racks so I can smack the muffins down and they can, cool. Hey, baby. Culinary is fun. It is. That's not what I do, though. Alright, yoink, yoink. I say it as I literally made muffins. I don't cook. I feel like this is a form of cooking. Alright. Pinning it. What's the best way to do this that I'm not gonna dump muffins all over my... What's the best way to do this so I don't hit myself in the face with a fucking cooling rack? What's the best way to do this that I'm not gonna get muffins like all over this table? Because I want to flip them over, but I feel like it's just gonna cause muffins to go all over. I'm gonna try to do it at this angle, so if they do fall off, they fall off, not off the table. Excuse me, microphone. Alright. Yoink. Ah! I say as I literally drop one off the table. Muffin launcher. Absolutely. I don't. Oh no. The strawberries literally just fell out of 2 of them. I'm also trying to get the last 2 out of here and give it a little. There we go. Alright, but let me see if I can get these. You see? That's not a strawberry. That's an indent of where a strawberry should be, because the strawberry is now. It just fell out. Like, they fell out. It's just a crater. I'll put them back in. It's fine. There we go. It's all good. Problem solved. Crisis averted. And it just... Muffins. Done. Heck yeah. I'm gonna let one of them cool a little bit, but I think that's it for stream, because what else am I supposed to do? I made muffins. I did a baking stream. I did what you guys asked. I produced content. I feel like every time I do a baking stream, I feel like Bo Burnham when I did his fucking little thing. It's just, I made you some content. Daddy made you your favorite. It's a muffin. Open wide. Um, dude, I really want to eat one when they're hot. Didn't help me find glasses. Straight fire. What happened to the ice cream? I still have some. I just have been switching in between because I bought ice cream also the last time I went to Wisconsin because my hometown has like an ice cream like place, and so I can't get that ice cream here, and it's one of my favorites. It's like Cedar Crest Ladybug. It has like, hold on, let me go get it. It's so good. But like I can't get this here, so I've been eating some of this. And I've also, the Ladybug is, it's pecans and chocolate sauce and caramel. So like drizzled in. It's so good. Eating ladybugs. It's not actual ladybugs, it's the pecans. Huh. But I do still have, like, how much would I say is in here? From the brownie ice cream. Like half. That's kind of right there. I ate half of it. I've just been slowly working through it because I keep making baked goods and dessert items, knowing damn well how much I eat sweets. It's not often because I've eaten so many in my life already. I'm not saying that I've had too many. I'm just saying I've had a lot. Have I seen almond ice cream? I've seen like almond milk ice cream where it's like, I don't know, instead of using actual dairy products, they use almond milk. So you're not crazy if you're talking about in that aspect. But like big chunks, yeah. Like a chocolate, like almond, like, I feel like that's very traditional. Like I can't think of a lot of like vanilla ice cream with almonds in it. I feel like if you're doing vanilla ice cream, you're gonna do like a softer nut or like more of like a peanut or a pecan. But chocolate I feel like is more almond. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Almond Joya ice cream? I feel like, did they make that before? No, I'm thinking of when they did the like Little Debbie stuff. Where they like made, I don't know. Or they also made like, I think Eggo, like Eggo waffle ice cream. Very interesting. I don't know, they're making the weirdest shit. The weirdest stuff. Does it have coconut in it? I have no idea. Almond caramel ice cream? Ohio brand. You can't make me go to Ohio. You can't make me consume things from Ohio. God. Alright, I'm trying to pick out which one I think is the best muffin. Obviously not one of the strawberry crater bitches. But I'm thinking maybe this one. It's pretty solid all the way around, but I can also see like chocolate chips in it. So let me actually do a little break open. Ooh. Look at that. I'm honestly surprised. I don't see like any tunneling or anything. I was expecting these to like turn out not that good. I'm not gonna lie. Because again, I completely winged this. I feel like I did not have enough of certain ingredients. I randomly added other ingredients. But I definitely expected a lot more to be wrong with it. Have I ever made cornbread? I have. I think only in culinary school though, and it's been a while since I've made cornbread. I gotta start making like a list of things that I should do for baking streams. Yeah. It's muffin. I mean it's vanilla cake with fruit and chocolate chips in it. Are really good. That was a chocolate chip. No, I don't live far enough south to make cornbread on like a daily, well not a daily basis, but like an average consistent basis. muffins. It's that easy. I don't know why I'm trying to convince you to make muffins, but if you want to make muffins, I sort of had a recipe during this stream if you want to follow along with it. There's so many chocolate chips specifically in this one muffin. I did not evenly distribute these at all, so it's gonna be a surprise in every bite. I'm so excited to start off my mornings with these. Me trying to like casually like make sure that, I don't know, the pitch is good. I'm trying to sell you these muffins and not in the way that I immensely fucked them up. Well, I didn't immensely fuck them up. They're good. They're actually a lot better than I thought they would be, so... What about mac and cheese? I fucking love mac and cheese. I actually had like one of the, I have Velveeta cups, where it's like, Velveeta, but they're in like smaller portion cups. I had one for lunch. I don't have banana in it. That's good. But yeah. Assume I threw away the moon puzzle? No! I'm keeping that to psychologically damage me for the rest of my life. I did actually pull it out the other day. And I'm like, I should restart the moon puzzle. Is it complete? Absolutely not. It's back in the box. Because I pulled it out and I like dumped it out onto a table. And I'm like, okay, I should restart this. And so I started like separating out all the pieces again into like light colors and dark colors. And halfway through separating it, I'm like, I'm over this. I fucking hate this. I'm not doing it anymore. And so I scraped it like all back into the box. And then I ended up getting the Tired and Pissed mini series puzzle. If you've seen on TikTok, there's this person, they paint, and every day they painted like one small tiny thing onto a canvas, and then they took that canvas and made it into a bunch of puzzles. And so I've been doing that. So I gave up on the moon puzzle, and I've been doing the other puzzle because I can only do one puzzle at a time, obviously, because that puzzle is really big. And I need my big table for it. I brought back out the Walmart fold-out table. And I have no animals, right? I have Mason. Are we talking about Mason? Also, hello, Mads Nick. But yeah. No, that's it. I made muffins. That's all I got in me. Because I also need to make food. But I don't know what I'm probably actually gonna order something, if I'm being honest. Because again, it's been a hot minute since I've gone grocery shopping. I need to do that tomorrow. Because I don't want to do that today. Puzzle that's red on both sides, just red. That sounds awful. Why do you guys insist on bringing me pain? Why do you guys hate me so much? Call you Mads? I can't say the full name? Absolutely not. I already struggle to read. Chat names are awful. I love you all, but some of y'all's names are awful. No, I'm kidding. I do not hate you. Yeah, I know. Alright, but that's it for today's stream. I'm not planning on streaming tomorrow. Sunday, I have no idea. I don't know, I gotta figure out things to stream now that the Life is Strange series is over. I'm obviously gonna be doing the carrot sorbet, figuring out how to do that. Yeah, I know how to say Phil. But yeah, that's all I got. So thank you guys so much for being here and so much for watching. And I will see you guys when I see you guys next. Oh, goodbye.